The final stand and awakening Lieutenant Maya Rodriguez pressed her ear against the cold concrete wall and listened to the sounds of destruction echoing from the surface above. The scraping noise of the Crimson Horde's razor-sharp legs against metal had become as familiar as her own heartbeat. She checked her rifle for the 100th time today, knowing it held only 12 rounds. 12 rounds to protect 500 souls. The bunker beneath what used to be Mexico City had been humanity's last refuge for 3 months now. Maya looked around at the faces of the people she had sworn to protect. Children who had never seen. Sunlight clung to parents who whispered lies about tomorrow. Elderly couples held hands in the darkness, their weathered faces showing acceptance of what was coming. These were not soldiers. They were teachers, doctors, farmers, and shopkeepers. They were all that remained of 8 billion human beings. "Commander Rodriguez," whispered Private James Park, barely 18 and already carrying the weight of impossible responsibility. "The North Tunnel is compromised. They've broken through the third barrier." Maya nodded without surprise. The Crimson Horde had been systematically dismantling their defenses for weeks. The aliens resembled massive praying mantises crossed with armored beetles, each standing 9 feet tall with cutting limbs that could slice through steel. Their intelligence was terrifying in its efficiency. They had studied humanity for months before attacking, learning every weakness, exploiting every flaw in human military doctrine. 15 years ago, the first Crimson ship had appeared over Moscow. The world's governments had tried everything. Nuclear weapons bounced off their energy shields. Conventional armies were slaughtered by their superior technology and ruthless tactics. The aliens didn't want Earth's resources or strategic position. They simply considered humans a threat to galactic stability and had decided to eliminate every last one. Maya walked through the bunker's narrow corridors, checking on her people one final time. In the makeshift medical bay, Dr. Sarah Williams was treating a young boy's infected wound with their last antibiotics. In the communications room, Technical Sergeant Lisa Park maintained radio silence. Knowing that any transmission would bring the Horde down on them instantly, everyone was doing their job, even though they all knew it was hopeless. The sound of grinding metal grew louder. Maya estimated they had perhaps 2 hours before the aliens reached the main bunker. She made her way to the deepest level, to the section marked with faded military warnings about authorized personnel only. 3 months ago, while searching for supplies, she had discovered something the evacuation teams had missed. Behind a door marked Project Phoenix. Classified, Maya had found files that changed everything she thought she knew about human military capabilities. In 2045, as tensions with hostile alien races first emerged, the United Nations had secretly funded research into human enhancement technology. Scientists had discovered ways to boost human strength, speed, and healing abilities to superhuman levels. The project had created 50 volunteers, all elite soldiers who had undergone radical genetic and cybernetic modifications. They possessed enhanced muscles that could lift 3 tons, reflexes faster than any computer, and healing factors that could regenerate lost limbs. Their minds were upgraded with tactical computers and enhanced pattern recognition. They were designed to be humanity's ultimate weapons against alien threats. But the Phoenix Project had been shut down in 2047 when politicians decided it was too dangerous. The enhanced soldiers were placed in cryogenic suspension, hidden in underground facilities around the world. The politicians believed diplomacy would prevent any alien conflicts. They were wrong. Maya had spent weeks studying the Phoenix files, learning about activation protocols and command structures. The nearest Phoenix facility was directly beneath their bunker, accessed through maintenance tunnels that the builders had hoped would never be used. The 50 enhanced soldiers had been sleeping for 30 years, waiting for humanity's darkest hour. That hour had arrived. The activation sequence required DNA from a senior military officer and what the files called extinction-level authorization. Maya understood what that meant. The Phoenix soldiers would only wake up if humanity was truly facing complete annihilation. Someone with command authority had to sacrifice their life to power the awakening sequence. Maya gathered her senior staff in the bunker's command center. Private Park, Dr. Williams, Sergeant Martinez, and Technical Sergeant Park looked at her with tired eyes that still held hope. They trusted her to find a solution, even when no solution seemed possible. "I need to tell you something," Maya began, explaining what she had discovered about Project Phoenix. Their faces showed amazement, then understanding, then the terrible realization of what activation would cost. "You can't," Dr. Williams protested. "These people need you. We need you." "They need those soldiers more than they need me," Maya replied. 50 enhanced warriors against the Crimson Horde. It's the only chance we have." The grinding sounds from above grew more intense. The aliens had reached the second barrier. Maya made her decision. She led her team through the maintenance tunnels to the Phoenix facility. The underground chamber was massive, filled with 50 cylindrical pods connected to a central computer system. Each pod contained a motionless figure, in advanced military gear. Maya approached the activation console and placed her hand on the genetic scanner. "Maya Rodriguez, Lieutenant, United Earth Defense Corps," she stated clearly. "I hereby declare extinction-level emergency protocol. Humanity faces complete annihilation. Phoenix activation authorized." The computer's artificial voice responded. Immediately. Genetic identification confirmed. Current human population detected 500 individuals. Threat assessment critical. Phoenix protocol approved. Warning. Activation requires life force transfer from authorizing officer. Maya felt the scanner's energy flow through her body, mapping every cell and genetic marker. The process was designed to ensure only genuine military personnel could awaken, the Phoenix soldiers. She felt her strength beginning to drain as the machine drew power from her very life essence. "Take care of them," Maya whispered to her team. "All of them." The chamber filled with blue light as the Phoenix pods began their awakening sequence. Maya collapsed as the last of her life force transferred to the sleeping soldiers. The woman, who had protected humanity's final survivors, had given everything to wake up its greatest defenders. The first pod opened with a soft hiss. Captain Alex Storm sat up slowly, his enhanced senses immediately analyzing his surroundings. His muscles felt different, stronger. His vision was sharper than he remembered. His mind processed tactical information faster than any normal human could think. "Subject 1 operational," the computer announced. "All systems nominal. Enhancement integration complete." More pods opened around the chamber. Dr. Lisa Chen, the team's medical officer and scientific specialist, emerged with nanites already flowing through her bloodstream. Sergeant Rico Martinez, the heavy weapons expert, felt his enhanced reflexes, testing the air for threats. Lieutenant Sarah Kim, the team's infiltration specialist, activated her camouflage systems instinctively. "Status report," Captain Storm commanded, his voice deeper and more authoritative than before the enhancement process. "Phoenix Team Alpha fully awakened," the AI responded. "Current date, October 15th, 2075. Elapsed time, 30 years, 7 months, 12 days. Human population status, critical. Hostile alien forces detected throughout facility vicinity." Storm looked around at his team. They had volunteered for this mission 3 decades ago, knowing they might never see the world they once knew. Now they had awakened to find that world destroyed and humanity reduced to a handful of survivors. "Where are the survivors?" he asked. Private Park stepped forward, still overwhelmed by seeing the legendary Phoenix soldiers in person. "Upper levels, sir. 500 civilians under protection of Lieutenant Rodriguez." Storm noticed the past tense. He looked at Maya's still form and understood immediately what had happened. This woman had sacrificed herself to give humanity one last chance. "Threat assessment," Storm ordered. Dr. Chen was already accessing the facility's sensor network with her enhanced computer interface. "Crimson Horde forces, estimated 200 hostiles in immediate vicinity. They're insectoid, highly intelligent, technologically superior. They've been systematically exterminating human populations for 15 years. Weapons and capabilities. Energy weapons, adaptive armor, superior numbers. They've successfully eliminated approximately 7.99 billion humans through coordinated global assault." Asterisk. Storm felt something cold settle in his enhanced chest. His team had been created to fight alien threats, but they had awakened too late to save their species. Only 500 people remained alive on the entire planet. "Not too late," he said, aloud, surprising his team. "We're not too late if even one human survives to carry on our species." Sergeant Martinez was checking their weapons and equipment. "Sir, our gear is fully functional. Enhanced targeting systems, adaptive ammunition, powered armor. We're equipped for extended combat operations." Lieutenant Kim had activated her stealth systems and scouted the tunnels leading to the main bunker. "Civilians are secure for now, but alien forces are breaching the upper levels. Estimated 30 minutes until they reach the survivor shelter." Storm made his decision. "Phoenix Team Alpha, mission parameters are simple. Protect human survivors at all costs, eliminate alien threats, begin species recovery operations." He looked at each of his enhanced soldiers. "We were created for this moment. Humanity's survival depends on what we do in the next few hours." The team moved with supernatural coordination through the tunnels toward the main bunker. Their enhanced senses detected alien movements far ahead, and their tactical computers calculated attack patterns and defensive positions automatically. They were no longer entirely human, but they carried humanity's last hope behind them. Maya Rodriguez's sacrifice had awakened Earth's sleeping guardians. The final battle for humanity was about to begin, and for the first time in 15 years, the odds were about to change. The Phoenix Rise's Captain Alex Storm emerged into the main bunker to find 500 terrified faces staring at him and his Phoenix team. The survivors had heard stories about the legendary enhancement program, but seeing the reality was overwhelming. The Phoenix soldiers stood taller than normal humans, their movements fluid and precise. Their eyes seemed to glow with inner light, and their presence filled the room with an aura of controlled power. "I'm Captain Storm, Phoenix Team Alpha," he announced to the crowd. "Lieutenant Rodriguez activated our protocols to protect you. That protection starts now." Dr. Sarah Williams stepped forward, still processing the sight of the enhanced soldiers. "Captain, we have wounded and sick among us. Children, elderly people. We can't move quickly if we need to evacuate." Dr. Lisa Chen approached the civilian. "Doctor, show me your wounded," she said. Tiny machines flowed from her fingertips as she examined injured survivors. The nanites in her system could heal most injuries within minutes, and her enhanced medical knowledge could diagnose conditions instantly. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Sarah Kim had vanished completely. Her camouflage systems made her invisible as she scouted the alien forces above. She reappeared suddenly, causing several survivors to gasp in surprise. 57 Crimson hostiles on level 3, she reported to Storm. "They're using systematic search patterns, checking every room. They know we're down here, but they don't know about the Phoenix facility." Sergeant Rico Martinez was examining the bunker's defensive positions. His enhanced strength could move concrete barriers that would require heavy equipment for normal humans. "Sir, this position is not defensible against superior numbers. We need to go on the offensive." Storm nodded. His tactical computer was already analyzing the situation and calculating probability matrices for various strategies. The Phoenix team could easily eliminate the 57 aliens in direct combat, but more would come. According to the intelligence they had gathered, over 10,000 Crimson forces were spread across the former Mexico City area. "Dr. Chen," Storm commanded, "continue medical treatment of survivors. I want everyone combat ready within 2 hours. Martinez, prepare heavy weapons for bunker defense. Kim, I need detailed intelligence on alien command structure and communication methods." Private Park approached hesitantly. "Captain, sir, what about the other Phoenix facilities? Are there more of you?" Storm's enhanced memory accessed the classified files instantly. 49 other facilities worldwide. If they're still intact, that's 2,500 enhanced soldiers total. But first, we need to establish secure communications without alerting alien forces. Dr. Chen had finished treating the most seriously injured survivors. Her nanites had healed infected wounds, reset broken bones, and even restored sight to an elderly man who had been blinded by alien energy weapons. The survivors watched in amazement as their friends and family members recovered from injuries that should have taken months to heal. Captain, Dr. Chen reported. I've completed medical assessment. All survivors are now combat capable. I've also analyzed alien tissue samples from previous attacks. The Crimson Horde has one significant weakness. Storm's attention focused immediately. Explain. Their nervous systems operate on a specific frequency that human brainwaves can disrupt. It's why they've been so systematic about exterminating us. Our mere presence interferes with their coordination if we're in close proximity. Lieutenant Kim had been monitoring alien communications through the bunker's sensors. Sir, they're calling for reinforcements. 200 more hostiles en route, estimated arrival in 4 hours. Storm made his decision. We're not waiting for them to come to us. Phoenix Team Alpha, prepare for offensive operations. We're taking the fight to them. The Phoenix soldiers moved with supernatural efficiency. Martinez assembled weapons that could penetrate Crimson armor, using advanced technology that had been waiting in storage for 30 years. Kim prepared infiltration equipment and reconnaissance drones. Dr. Chen synthesized combat stimulants and healing compounds for both enhanced soldiers and civilian defenders. Storm addressed the survivors. You've survived 15 years of alien occupation through courage and determination. Now I'm asking you to do more than survive. I'm asking you to fight back. An old man named Carlos stepped forward. Captain, we're not soldiers. We're teachers, mechanics, farmers. We don't know how to fight aliens. You know how to survive, Storm replied. You've hidden from superior forces, adapted to impossible conditions, and protected each other against overwhelming odds. Those are the skills that win wars. Dr. Williams looked uncertain. What exactly are you proposing? Storm activated a holographic display that showed the local area. The Crimson Horde has 3 primary installations within 50 kilometers, a breeding facility, a communication center, and a resource processing plant. If we eliminate all 3 simultaneously, we can disrupt their operations across this entire region. 50 soldiers against thousands of aliens? Technical Sergeant Park asked. 50 enhanced soldiers plus 500 humans who refuse to give up, Storm corrected. The aliens have superior technology and numbers, but they've never fought. Humans who had nothing left to lose. The Phoenix team spent the next 2 hours preparing for the most ambitious military operation in human history. They divided the survivors into 3 groups, each led by Phoenix soldiers. Dr. Chen would lead a team to capture the communication center, using her enhanced intelligence to hack alien systems. Lieutenant Kim would infiltrate the breeding facility with a group of the most mobile survivors. Sergeant Martinez would assault the resource plant with volunteers who could handle heavy combat. Storm would coordinate all 3 attacks while leading the primary assault team against the communication center. His enhanced tactical computer could process information from all 3 battle zones simultaneously and adapt strategies in real time. As the teams prepared to move out, an 8-year-old girl named Sophia approached Storm. Are you going to save everyone like Lieutenant Maya did? Storm knelt down to her level. Sophia, Maya Rodriguez gave us the chance to save everyone. Now we're going to make sure her sacrifice wasn't wasted. That's a promise. The 3 teams moved through different tunnel systems toward their targets. Storm's enhanced hearing could detect alien movement patterns far ahead, while his tactical computer calculated optimal approach routes. The survivors moved with surprising skill, using techniques they had learned during 15 years of hiding from superior enemies. Dr. Chen's team reached the communication center first. The facility was a crystalline structure that pulsed with alien energy patterns. Using her enhanced interface capabilities, she began hacking into their network while her human team members established defensive positions around the facility. I'm detecting communication links to 47 other worlds, Dr. Chen reported through the secure channel Storm had established. The Crimson Horde is part of a larger alliance. Earth was targeted as part of a systematic campaign against dangerous species. Lieutenant Kim's team had infiltrated the breeding facility using her advanced camouflage systems. What they found there changed everything. The aliens were not just eliminating humans. They were studying human adaptability and trying to replicate it in their own species. Captain, Kim whispered, they're not just killing us. They're trying to steal what makes us human, our ability to adapt, to survive impossible odds, to find solutions when none should exist. They consider it the most dangerous trait in the galaxy. Storm felt something like pride mixed with determination. Humanity's greatest strength was exactly what the aliens feared most. The very qualities that made human survivors were what made them threats to alien domination. Sergeant Martinez's assault on the resource plant had begun. His enhanced strength allowed him to carry weapons that would normally require a vehicle to transport. The human survivors with him fought with desperate courage, using alien equipment they barely understood, but wielded with human ingenuity. "Resource plant is secured," Martinez reported. "We've captured alien technology on what looks like a star map. There are human prisoners on at least 12 other worlds." Storm felt his enhanced heart rate increase. Thousands of humans were still alive throughout the galaxy, working as slaves or experimental subjects. The mission had just expanded from protecting 500 survivors to rescuing an entire species. All three teams had succeeded in their primary objectives. But the real test was coming. Crimson reinforcements were arriving, and they were bringing heavy weapons and technological superiority that would challenge even Phoenix capabilities. The final battle began as alien ships descended from orbit. Storm's team fought with superhuman skill and human determination, protecting not just the last survivors on Earth but the future of humanity itself. Each Phoenix soldier was worth 50 normal fighters, but each human survivor fought with the knowledge that they carried their entire species' hopes. As the battle raged through the night, something remarkable happened. The scattered human prisoners on other worlds began receiving the signals Dr. Chen had broadcast from the captured communication center. For the first time in 15 years, humans throughout the galaxy knew they were not alone. The Phoenix had risen, and humanity's greatest war was just beginning. But now, for the first time since the invasion began, the aliens would learn what it truly meant to face a species that never surrendered, never gave up, and never stopped fighting for each other. The last human had not fallen. Earth sleeping. Guardians had awakened, and the galaxy would never be the same.